the Education Department has instructed all schools to suspend the sale of food in and around school premises until further notice. It says the alarming increase in incidents of cases of suspected food poisoning at various schools in the province has informed its decision. We're joined now by SABC News reporter Dludla. Calvin, good afternoon. So the department has taken this bold decision to say for now they're suspending all food sales. Talk to us about this.
Good afternoon to you, Mfundo Mabalan, and to our SABC viewers at home. Indeed, you are spot on. They are saying that those who are selling, they must stop selling. I have to explain this so that our viewer can understand at home. They are not only saying those who are selling inside schools. You know, when we were growing up, there were those mothers who would come with buckets and sell chips, ice creams and chocolates and fat cakes and everything. Even they are saying even those shops who are around schools, they must stop, because they know that even if they can chase those who are selling inside school premises or just outside, those shops will continue selling, and that would be a problem. Today, as SABC News team with Monique Lewis, my colleague, we went to Gauteng. We visited parents of those school children, and they told us that they are worried. They are worried. This is sickly worrying because they don't know what is happening. Others are saying, Mfundo, even if these ones can close, but they need to go and find those manufacturers, because now they don't know where does this come from, and they are worried, and what they are more worried about is that the school nutrition program is continuing.
So the issue here is that we still don't know the source of the problem. So you have the department that has put forward some sort of an intervention in the interim, but it seems that the parents are saying we still want to know the source, because we could be misdiagnosing the problem and now having Abu Mama that would ordinarily be selling outside being stopped when we still don't know the source of this problem.
Yes, that is what exactly they are saying, Mfundo, because now you know the negative impact that will this have on these mothers, because they are fending for their children and grandchildren. If they stop selling, then it means those kids will go to school with empty stomachs. So it's not a solution for others. But others are saying, Mfundo, yes, indeed, they must stop selling, because now maybe government will be able to diagnose where the problem is. We spoke to Matakanye from the National SGPs Association, saying that the Department of Education in this province was supposed to consult them first before taking this decision, but they agree, they concur with them, and they are saying that those who are ordered to close, they must close. Then we went to Steve Mabona, the Gauteng Department of Education spokesperson, and then he did mention that this is a precautionary measure. They want to make sure that these airborne diseases, food diseases, they are contained. They are trying by all means to find a solution. He also issued a stern warning, though, I have to say, to those who will not comply, saying that they will have officials that will be able to monitor situation. I don't know how, because there are so many schools in this province.
But also it really becomes the role of the SGBs to enforce this. So I suppose what Matakanye was saying is to a certain extent important, that the consultation would have been important, because it will be the SGBs that enforce this in the schools, to go outside of the school premises and ensure that you don't have those other vendors selling to the school children.
Yes.
So beyond just not being consulted as the body of SGBs, what were some of the inputs that they say they would have brought to the fore had they had that conversation with the Department of Education?
No, Matakanye is saying that as much as he had that concern that they were not consulted before this statement was issued, but they are promising that they will work hand in hand with the government in terms of making sure that they are fighting this. I saw that the Department of Education issued the statement, and I saw that even schools now have issued letters to parents at home now, that this is the situation. The Department of Education is saying this. They're asking parents now, me and you, at home, to encourage our kids to refrain from buying.
No, I suppose even with the education department, it wouldn't have been an easy decision to arrive at, but it speaks to the crisis that is now facing the nation, where we've got a lot of children that are losing their lives. But we all know that even with the informal sector now, when we speak of those vendors outside, it's a very huge sector, unregulated, but most certainly very huge. What else has been said by some just on the fact that it will have this significant impact on that informal trading sector?
You know what we did? We know that on camera we are not allowed to show kids and maybe speak to them, but we spoke to them off the record, school children there, because when we arrived there we saw them on the streets. When we spoke to them, they are also concerned themselves. They are saying that according to them, they don't want those vendors to move, because now they are saying government is not really sure that it's them. If government had an assurance and is sure, 100% sure that the cause it's because of these vendors, then they would allow. But some of them are saying, I don't have food at home, and I rely more. When I buy there, and when you say these parents must move because they have to feed others. So, which means you are saying the other kids must go to bed hungry. We spoke to one of them who's doing, I think, grade 10, is saying that his parent is selling there in one of the schools, in the nearest school. Is concerned now that if his grandchildren, his granny would stop selling, then at home now the situation would be bad.
No, it is a very difficult situation, but at least on the part of the department, they've indicated that this is a precautionary measure. So the real source or the root cause is still something that they are pressing on. So they'll try to establish where exactly this is coming from. Calvin, thank you very much for joining us with that update.